Welcome to Bigfoot, Michigan, Rob, and beyond.
Good evening, or good morning, wherever in the world you may be tuning in. This is Art Bell broadcasting once again from the edge of midnight, where the strange becomes possible and the impossible becomes routine. This weekend, I had the privilege, and I do mean privilege, of meeting a man named Rob. But the world knows him as Bigfoot, Michigan Rob. And he brings us a channel with a fitting title, Bigfoot, Michigan Rob, and beyond. Rob is someone who has seen things most will not believe, and heard stories that refuse to die. When you hear the word Bigfoot, you might think you know where this conversation is headed. A large creature in the woods. Footprints in the mud, a shadow slipping behind a tree. But let me assure you, that is merely the front door to a much larger, behind that door lies the stalking terror of the dogman. Encounters so violent, so primal, that even seasoned hunters refuse to speak of them in daylight. Behind that door lie spirits that roam abandoned farmhouses, apparitions that appear in children's bedrooms, demons that whisper ancient names through static and silence. Behind that door is the paranormal, the unexplained, the forbidden knowledge that humanity has always sensed but rarely confronts. Rob does not shy away. He goes directly into the storm, interviewing witnesses, collecting encounters, pulling back the veil that separates our world from the next. So as you listen, whether you're driving down a lonely road or lying awake in a room suddenly feels a bit too cold, know this: you are not alone. The night is full of mysteries, and some of them have been waiting a very long time to be heard. This is Bigfoot, Michigan Rob, and beyond. And tonight we step through the veil.
Well, hello, one and all, and welcome to Brunch with Bigfoot, Michigan Rob. Bigfoot, Michigan Rob, and beyond. Yeah, my new channel name. I've had it out for about a month now. Yes, indeed. We have a great show. I've got a surprise visitor. My good buddy Tex is joining us. Yes, finally, I get to talk with Tex a little bit. And, of course, the lovely Monica Rollins, as always, in studio. Thanks to everybody for coming on. And this is, I made this a little Christmas show because, let's see, next Thursday, Monica is off. And then the Thursday after that's Christmas. So next Thursday show, I'm up in the air what to do with that. We'll see. I just play it by the seat of my pants probably next Thursday. But welcome to everybody for coming on in. If you're new here, please subscribe, of course, Bigfoot Michigan Rob on YouTube. Monica Rollins, Our Paranormal World on YouTube. Texas Front Porch on YouTube. The Blondes and the Booze, Donnie Show says Paranormal Paul, Truth or Tinfoil. Check us out on YouTube. We're also on 20 podcast platforms if you did not know. So yeah, go check us out over there. Cold and blustery here in Michigan. Yes, indeed it is. So Yeah, and I do. I'm going to bring up something when I bring up Monica and Tex in a second. But yeah, thanks to everybody for coming on in. Hit that like button, everybody. Hit the like button. And yes, the super chat's open. A great way to help support what we all do around here. You mateys can become BMR pirates. Join the many, join the few, depending on your point of view. You get a picture of good old BMR sporting a bandana in the chat room next to your name. Again, leave a comment. And I'm going to give you, I'm going to talk about my books in a moment. But before I do that, I want to bring up the lovely Monica. Hi, Monica.
Hi, Robbie.
How are you today?
I'm well.
Well, you're looking well.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got the matching green going on, I see.
I know. Well, I mean, it's
Christmas.
Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Some
How you like?
color.
How do you like my little background here? A little red and green. Those are Santa. Those are Bigfoot ornaments. And I was going to buy them, but they're already sold out. They were sold out in Thanksgiving time.
Oh, on the screen? Yeah, those are so cute.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. You can't find them. I mean, they advertise the crap out of them, but you can't find them. So maybe next, I'll have to probably buy them in the summer. For the,
That's the best time to buy Christmas things.
Oh, it is. It certainly is.
You just have to plan ahead, I guess.
Yeah. And speaking of Christmas, well, first before I talk about that, I'm going to bring up Tex. Tex. Hi, Tex.
Bumble.
Good to see you, my friend. Tex works the stupidest hours, so I never get to see Tex on any shows outside of his own shows. Texas Front Porch on Mondays, and he does things throughout the week as well. Night Owl on I think he does it after my show on Tuesday.
Yeah, I've got the day off, and I thought I'd surprise you. So
yeah, well, I appreciate the surprise. It's very cool. It'd have been cool.
I saw the title of the show, and it's like Cryptid and Paranormal Talk. I'm qualified.
Oh yeah, of course you're qualified for that. I do. You're kind of. I do have a cool story, which is Cryptid and Paranormal. Today when we do the show, I just kind of threw this together because I did not know. Again, me and Monica have been doing these interview shows, which we kind of introduced, which are pretty good. We've had some great guests and some okay guests. We'll leave it at that, right, Monica?
Yeah, they're all great in their own way. They all have something to discuss with us, which was good.
Something for everybody.
Yeah, there is a butt for every seat on this show.
There certainly is. Hey, if you're into the paranormal, the cryptids, this entire genre, you're in the right place. I did want to mention, you guys, this is really, to be honest with you, today's already December 11th. Now, I will say I've got a nice... there's a lot of people that have responded to this, which I've been busy going to the post office. Of course, as you all know, I have two books. A Bigfoot, Michigan Rob presents True Cryptid Encounters, book 1 and 2 on Amazon. Just simply type my name, you'll find them. However, if you get a hold of me, up to maybe December 20th, you guys, I'm running a special. I talked to this fellow. Maybe you're familiar with him. His name is Saint Nick. He lives in the North Pole, and we struck a deal. And if you get either book, 1, 2, or both, good old Santa and BMR collaborated, and we will cover your shipping. I just need you to get in touch with me if you want it in time for Christmas, and I can get that to you because it takes, the postal service is getting busier and busier each and every day that passes. Typically, it's 4 to 5 days if you live in the United States. That might be stretched out to 7 or 8 or 9 now, you guys. So if you want them and you want to avoid the shipping, get in touch with me. I will sign them. I will get them in the mail as soon as I receive your remittance. So get with me on that.
Cool.
So
signed even.
Yeah, you get them signed. Going through this problem, people have bought books on Amazon, which is not a problem at all, of course. But then it's like, how do I get it signed? I'm like,
oh, you're going to have to find me in the wild for that.
I had one, listen to this, one guy that lived in Alaska bought the book.
Oh, wow.
So he mailed me his purchase. He mailed them to me. I got them whenever that was. I signed them and his book that he bought, and I put them back in the mail. And it's just, I just kind of want to avoid that.
It's a long way around.
It's a long way around. It's a big turnaround, a lag time. So I felt it was best just to make this offer for folks, because who knows when the next conference we'll all be at together, right? We don't know.
That is true.
But yeah.
Hey, me and Monica.
Yes,
hatching
Tex.
a plan.
You have what now?
We are hatching a plan.
You have a plan.
Yeah, we are hatching a plan, and we haven't told anybody about it.
It's so secret, Monica doesn't remember.
Wow. Well,
we are going to up the game on our hostage situation.
Your hostage situation.
The group chat.
Oh, up on that. Yeah, well, that is a hostage situation. It's been kind of
what Monica calls it.
That's what I call it.
Yeah. Sometimes it is when you get a million. You know, the funny thing is you get a million texts when we're all on doing shows, it seems. I don't know why that happens so frequently. But, Tex, do you want to elaborate on this, or is this you're going to unhatch this plan some other time?
Well, I'm not telling anybody.
Okay, well, I'll
it's me and Monica's secret until we spring it on y'all.
Well, when she remembers the secret, then I guess you guys will get together and let us all know.
I will say this. I will tell you this. This will probably jog Monica's memory. Involves travel plans for all of us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the PNW?
What?
Pacific Northwest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew about that.
We talked about it in the group chat.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
You were probably sleeping, Tex, because Tex works the stupidest hours. Tex is up at 3 a.m. texting us when everybody's sleeping.
I don't know that anybody was interested, though.
I want to go to the PNW. It just depends how the arrangements work out, right?
Yeah. I mean, we have to figure out. I guess we need to put it out there. Like, whoever's interested needs to tell me, and then we have to create a separate situation.
Oh God! Don't
via text, and then
a separate hostage situation.
Yeah, a splinter cell.
Right.
And then we'll narrow it down. We'll have a vote and see, like, do you want to go to Northern California? Do you want to go to, like, I'll give you certain areas that I can plan for us because I know it, and you can pick from that. Or
you know, and what would be really cool if we're over in that area, we could schedule a day where we can, you know, meet up with, you know, I mean, because we've got a pretty good fan base over in that area.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
You know, we could meet up with Bigfoot Dwarf and
Bigfoot Fades.
Yeah, Fidel. She's in Oregon.
Yeah,
Diane would love to meet us all.
Jason is up there. Like, there's a bunch of them up
there.
Yeah, there's a few.
There's quite a bit. There's also Barb Hartman, I believe, is up there.
Mm-hmm. She's in Washington, I believe.
There's a whole bunch of friends out there.
Mm-hmm.
Digger is in, well, he's in Santa Rosa. He's where I grew up.
Digger Dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Diane Boss.
Yeah, she's up in Forks.
She's in Forks, Washington, I do believe. Oh, yep, she just said it.
And even maybe Brent.
Brent's in Idaho.
I mean, if we're up in Washington, he could probably, I mean, it's a hike. I mean, it's not like an hour. I mean, he
lives in Idaho. Everything's a freaking hike.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's up in the Panhandle.
He did make the hike to
Missouri.
Yeah.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
And he took
was that like a 22-hour drive?
Yeah, and he took his family and his dog.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this is where he can hop over, and I mean, once we nail down a place, we can have like a karaoke night somewhere.
Yeah,
in the town that's close there, and everybody who wants to meet us there can do that.
So I got to write yet another song.
Finch, we would love to meet you too, and I am so happy that your dad's doing better. That just makes my day. It's a Christmas miracle.
Yeah, Mr. Finch. Yes, that's great. That's great news. I seen that just the other day.
Genocide. What?
Yeah, I do it in the summer, and I would not go inland, just because it's hot as the devil.
Places.
Inland.
So we go there in the summer. Is that
Yeah,
just what
and
he was
stay kind of
yeah.
like in the coastal range, like in whichever state we landed,
Yeah,
Very strange backcountry.
just
with
because
MK
it's
Ultra.
way more comfortable. I mean, we could go get lost in the Olympic Peninsula, or in the Olympic National Park.
Well, you certainly know we have to hit one of those hot spots, obviously. Duh.
Well, like if we're in Northern California, we couldn't make it to the Olympic Peninsula. That's way too far.
Well, there's a lot to do in North. Well, isn't that by Patty?
Well, I mean, there's Bigfoot in Humboldt County. I mean, there's Bigfoot
Humboldt
all over
County,
Bigfoot,
yeah.
right? Going up or into Oregon and obviously up into Washington. So we'll be near, active places no matter where we land.
Monica could call Bobo and said, "We are on the way."
Yeah,
I haven't talked to him in forever.
Now, Bobo, I would love to meet. I met Barrickman and I met the blonde. I think that never mind.
Renee.
Where'd you meet Renee at?
On air, briefly, 2 years ago. Not in person, I should say. It was just Cliff Barrickman in person.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that would be interesting. Now, Bobo, man, he's really. I like Bobo because he seems to be of all the people. He's not. I think he's more open minded.
He's a surfer dude, man.
He's way more
surfer dude.
Open minded. Matt's pretty open minded. Bobo's way open minded, and he's I don't know, less. I wouldn't really consider any of them like aggressive or confrontational. He's just more of a like go with the flow kind of dude.
He's more laid back.
Less rigid.
Yeah.
More laid back.
He is.
Yeah,
he's definitely.
I mean,
chill.
Cliff's fairly laid back. I haven't talked to him in a couple of years, so
Last time I talked to him, he was pretty laid back.
Yeah.
I talked to him. He was laid back.
But Cliff doesn't want to entertain anything like potentially paranormal. That's not his scene.
Yeah, that was cool.
Fine. It's not for everybody. I get it.
Although I would love to be there when something paranormal happened.
I would too. All these
people, have a way
you know,
to explain it. I promise you.
The thing about Cliff, I thought he was such a cool guy. We, when you remember a couple of years ago, Tex, when he was there, we all hanging out there.
Yeah, in Alabama, yeah.
And he was cool. I talked to him. In fact, he was sitting on my left, and my other friend, what's his name with the cowboy hat? He's dating Aunt Celine. You know his name. What's his name? Come on. Writes all the books.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. But
I forgot his name, man. Yeah, I forgot his name. But remember that though, Tex? We got lost. We went on a detour, and I'm sitting between. Tell the name, please, the other guy, so people don't think I'm a dummy. I forgot his name.
I'm typing something, so I didn't even hear you.
The guy, what's his name? Don't leave me hanging here. I want to continue on.
You have to give me a better description than what's his
cowboy
name.
hat. He's dating Aunt Celine. Written many books. He
goes. Ken Gerhardt.
Ken Gerhardt. Yes, thank you, Monica. Tex let me suffer. That's why I love Tex, though. I can see.
That's what y'all do to me. Y'all just let me dangle in the breeze.
Yeah.
I know the answer, you know dang well that I tell you.
So anyway, I was with Tex in the back seat of his pickup truck with these two guys. First time I met him, really, ever. And then I think Jason was up front with Tex or somebody else. I don't know who it was. But Tex, we're going to the conference, and Tex takes a detour on accident. Took us 20 minutes out of the way.
Wow.
You remember that, right, Tex?
That's a hell of a detour.
Maybe I'm exaggerating, 10, 15. But then, so they were cool. Then later that night, I was talking with Cliff about I was talking to the paranormal side of Bigfoot. And man, I got like a cold shoulder. And the entire time I thought he was so cool. So, I mean, even if he didn't like what I brought up, he could have been a little more, I thought, cordial about it. The dude stopped talking to me.
Well, that's Cliff.
You know?
That is Cliff.
So I was like, okay, whatever.
I mean, I've known him for a while. He walks to his own beat. I will tell you that.
I mean, hey, it is what it is.
That's cool. I mean, nothing wrong with it.
Well, you got to respect that. Walk your own.
Yeah.
If you're stuck in your ways and I get it. just roll with it, right? I'm not going to criticize somebody.
And that's fine. I'm like, if he wants to remain strictly like a flesh and blood, he doesn't want to entertain any sort of paranormal. I get it. I was there too. Like, I 100% get it. You know, he's like very stubborn. Maybe is a good.
That's a good word. I mean, a lot of people
like
say
yeah.
a lot of these folks are stubborn in their opinion, especially the flesh and blood camp. Totally, right?
But I don't want it to sound like it's derogatory. It's not.
No, it's not. Nice guy. Hey, I like the guy. It's just that, you know, certain people. Hey, it is what it is, and okay, I'll not talk about it. I'd love to talk about it, and of course, Tex brought up the point. We'd just love to be with one of these guys that are staunch aper camp, and something paranormal happens. That is, yes, Tex. That's the
I promise you, it will get blown off like you're a fly buzzing in their ear. It will get summarily dismissed
because they kind of, you know, they there's a lot of probably because
from experience being in situations where somebody like something weird happened.
Yeah,
it is 100% glossed over.
Yeah. I can see that. Just like the BFR reports are all glossed over if there's anything apparently they're rewritten, right? But we won't get into that. It's Christmas, and thanks everybody for coming on. Hey, Keith, Diane, Jason, I said hi to all you guys. Roger Blair, Smoky Mountain Wanderer. Speaking of paranormal, I'm going to do this. Tell you guys this story. It's actually it's in my second book, and it's kind of creepy. And I don't know what part of this. We can debate what it is, but I'm going to get on and just tell it, and then we'll just take it from there. So kick back. It's a couple minutes long at least. So yeah, it's about the story about these three women, and if I recall, their names are like Jill, Marcy, and Becky. They planned a trip in the Monica, you're gonna like this, as we did a story on Bizarre News about the Uinta Mountains, Uinta Basin. This is in the Uinta Mountains.
Okay.
Back in 1984, this experience happened for these three ladies. And a little backstory on these ladies. They're very knowledgeable when it comes to the woods and the mountains and where they live. They all grew up in this area of Utah. And again, very knowledgeable about their surroundings. And also these three women, they were all married with, you know, obviously their husbands. So the six of them would be in fishing and camping together. And they spent many hours in the wilderness. And so they're very adept, very versed at the woods, right? They know all the animal sounds, this, that, and the other. But once a year, though, the three ladies, they would go out together. It was like the three ladies trip to get away from the husbands and do their thing.
I can dig that.
Yeah, I'm sure you can, right? And that's cool. But this time the women, instead, because when they went with the men, they always roughed it. You know, they were camping, you know. There's no hotels where they go. They camp, set up tents. But the three women said, you know, we're going to, I guess, go in style. So they rented this cool RV, and that's what they used to take it to their camping site. So I remember they were telling me no tents to sleep in. They slept in this nice spacious RV. So they left, I believe it was like, let's just call it a Sunday morning, and they got to their campsite maybe 5, 6, 7 in the morning, and they set up their camp. And what I remember is the first 2 days in the Uinta Mountains. It was a great day, beautiful day, great surroundings. Where they parked their RV, you could see the mountain range in the background, and it was nestled in a meadow area, and the woods and the wood lines was surrounding them. So a very nice spot. So the first 2 days, as they're all together, the first 2 days, it goes by without a hitch. But then after the second day is where the story really takes an interesting turn, coming upon third night. See, around the third night, it was, I'll probably forget the names, Jill, Marcy, Becky. They went to bed like 1 a.m. or something like that. And they were all awakened around about maybe 3 a.m. I do remember it was like a 2-hour span before when they went to bed. and when they heard this occurrence, where they're awoken by a howling and other strange sounds in the distance. So to them, the sounds were very unfamiliar. As I explained earlier, they'd been in the forest many times, and they knew the sounds of the forest. They couldn't discern, right, what these hollers were or the howls were, whatever. And again, they knew all the other sounds. So, but it also sounded too, as they were explaining, well, one of the ladies was explaining to me that the sounds were almost kind of like muffled and almost like it was like a speech pattern. So, but soon these sounds, the howls, and this speech pattern, it all dissipated into the night. Later on, same night, more distant voices suddenly appeared closer to camp. And one of the girls finally got up from bed, went out and opened the RV door to look out into their campsite. And as soon as she opens the door, everybody, the voices, they immediately stop. Dead silence. So these three women, they're a little bit apprehensive, a little bit tepid about what's going on with these strange voices, very paranormal to them, unique to them. Unspecified animals is what they were saying, that misidentified, they just have no clue. So the ladies did try to get some sleep later, but they really couldn't. Later on in the night, it's getting closer to like 5 in the morning. They heard distant voices again, but these voices were of smaller children playing in their camp, and it started ringing loudly in their ears. Okay.
The voices were ringing in their ears?
Ringing. They could hear these voices audibly, and it was ringing. They said ringing in their ears. What that means, Monica, to your point, I don't know, but could hear it and just hear the sounds. From what I understand, this is all audible sounds. There's no telepathy going on, anything like that. Okay. And then also with these sounds of children, heavy footfall began outside, circling to what I remember around the RV.
Mm-hmm.
And again, all three of the ladies, they got up, they opened the RV door, and guess what? Sound stopped. Again, everything goes away, right? Yeah, So the three ladies, Jill, Marcy, Becky, I think, they can't sleep. And they decided just to make breakfast and try to talk through the rest of the night into the morning. So sun rises after their breakfast. These ladies, starting the fourth day, they decided to go down fishing. And I was thinking at this point, though, man, I probably would have got the hell out of there. That's just me. I don't know. But they decided to go fishing. And I remember the girl was telling me that they brought a bottle of wine, and they went down gossiping this, that, and the other, kind of talking about the bizarre event the night prior. And then soon enough, their inhibitions with the wine, they're all kind of like, you know what, let's not let that ruin our trip, girls. We're just going to continue on. We're not going home. Yeah, okay. I mean, okay, whatever. I mean,
how desperate were you to get out of your house?
Huh? Yeah, right. They don't want to go anywhere. They want to stay there.
If I'm hearing weird voices and howling, I can assure you I will not be drinking
I would not be drinking. I will say, following that. No, you want to have your faculties, but I will tell you this. I stated earlier that I'd probably leave. Knowing me, if I was by myself, Tex would stay. But I was with you guys. We're hanging out. I mean, we'll take it a step further. You know that. So anyway, later in the evening, this next evening, one of the girls, they stoked a fire, and the other two girls, they prepared the day's catch of fish to put over the grill and barbecue or eat or whatever. And they're sitting around the campfire. They're talking. So now the evening turns into night, and the three friends, they went off to bed in the confines of the RV, got all cozy, still drinking some wine, I'm sure, and they're all chilling, go to bed. Now, I will preface this. Yes, I said they drank a bottle of wine, but you guys, they weren't like drunk. They weren't hallucinating.
No, if it's a single bottle split between three people.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Right. It's tipsy. It might be buzzed, but it's not drunk.
Yeah, it just puts a warm feeling in your body, and boom, go to bed. So it's around 2:00 in the morning. The three ladies, again, now they're once again awakened by the sounds of children's laughter. This time, this laughter. And the footfall also now is around the RV, third time, right? And during this experience.
Mm-hmm.
This time, though, they're telling me, the one person is telling me that the voices are clearly more distinctive. Okay. And Marcy, one of the girls, says to the group, "Are there children out there calling out to their mother?" Because that's what it sounded like to her. And Becky and the other girl agreed. And they were getting increasingly unnerved again, because like the prior night, they went to open the RV door to see what was going on. So they open this RV door, it swings open, and now to their dismay, now they see something. Now they see four shadow-like figures circling around of the very low fire that they had stoked earlier to cook, that was glowing in the background. And in the background, the figures was of smaller the figures were of a smaller stature,
Mm.
which resembled children. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. So they continued to circle them. So these apparitions, I guess I'm thinking in my head, are kind of running about the fireplace. And now they can hear what the children, alleged children, ghosts, or whatever they are, more distinctly. They yell out and they tell me, and they wrote this, because I had an email too on this I saved a long time ago. No mother. No mother. Okay. Okay. And they could just hear this distinctly filling the night air. So
Huh.
looking in at this site, they're all perplexed and they're freaking out, never experienced anything paranormal, anything this odd in their lifetime.
Sure.
So one of the ladies yells out to these three children, entities, whatever, yells at them. And these entities, I guess, or whatever, they stopped and they glare back at the three women. And when they look back at them, they expose these like a red eye shine, she's saying, like a reddish eye shine. And now the smaller faces on these children now become more distinct, and they glowed like a very pasty white, and this pasty glow exhumed the rest of their apparition little body. So these three women got this really feeling of sinister activity, dread. They can't explain it, but they know it's not normal. They know it's not positive for sure. And they slammed their RV door shut, and they started, as they explained, the three ladies inside the RV are kind of like frantic, kind of screaming at each other, like, kind of freaking out. They finally calmed down. And then they decide now at this point, it's time to go. We're getting it. We're going. So for whatever the reason now, Becky opens the RV door to look back, but the strange figures are gone. They're like, everything's gone, but they still want to get the hell out of Dodge, right? So they decided they would just leave the camp spot and find another spot, but not go home, because they still were very adamant about not going home. They want to just go move somewhere else. They all agree. And so they decide to go north or whatever, several miles up from this site or whatever. So finally, after calming down, about an hour, same nights, which I would probably skedaddle immediately, they hear the footfall starts one last time around their RV. Children voices return. And the lady was telling me the voices sounded more painful, chilling. And again, they heard this weird mother no, is cast into the air. And outside of the RV, they hear this hideous sound like that of nails against a chalkboard, which starts to scrape along the outside of their vehicle. That's what they're telling me. They hear this, right? So they're terrified. They're in panic. The women, this time, they did not run to open the RV door like the past two times. Becky grabs one of the girls, I think it was Becky or whomever it was, grabs the keys to start up the vehicle. Now she's in there at the driver's seat and looks out, and she looks out of the window, and she's seeing these apparitions through the front window shield. And this time, they're full-bodied apparitions with big dark eyes. that appear to have blood dripping from their pale faces, like tears, like teardrops. She's telling me.
Okay.
So are we talking like black-eyed children type thing?
Well, there's still, to me, I think Tex, there's still in this spirit shape, children, but a little bit more advanced in age, a little bit
Gotcha.
tough to explain, but not
I
physical.
got it. I've got my theory on what they are already.
Oh, great, because I'm almost done. I'm almost done because I need a drink of water here. So I'm glad you do, Monica. I'm really glad. So anyway, she sees this. She's screaming. The other two girls come to look to the front and see what she's looking at. Let's see here. Okay. And so these children entities now they're parading around in a circle. And within this circle, they're telling me there's some other beast-like creature materialized between them and hovers above them. Towers over them.
A beast-like creature?
A beast-like apparition. And I'm not done. I'll tell you what the explanation is, what it looked like is in a minute here. But this thing kind of goes up, and the four entity kids are in a circle. This thing rises up in between them, and the kids are screaming, "Mother, no!" Well, I call them kids, but whatever they are, right? So, and this thing hovers in the air, and they said, Rob, it kind of looked like it was an apparition, but you could tell that it had torn hair, and it looked like a face of an old hag woman, and she had this weird head dressing on top of her head. And they said, we don't want to say a rack of a deer or anything, but it was just on odd. They cannot put it was just like some strange vinery or something on the top of her head, vines, twigs, or whatever. And so that was that. But frantically now, Becky says, we're getting the hell out of Dodge. They go to start up the RV. And you know what happened when he went to start the RV, right? It didn't start. It didn't turn over, making it even more creepy. The lights from inside this RV, they went dead. They're sitting in this RV in darkness, but the only thing they can see is just whatever's going on outside the window of the RV. So again, this wicked apparition peers into the vehicle. You can tell she was peering in, looking inside. And she has this sinister grin, and the children are saying, Mother, no, Mother, no. And then this beast kind of lets out this scream that echoes into the night. And she says, like she's referring to the kids saying, Mother, no, she says, come to Mother. And then, for whatever, everything kind of turned to mist and faded away into the rest of the night. Now, when this happens, these women are panic stricken. They have no clue as to what just happened. All of a sudden, the lights on the RV popped on. She starts the vehicle. It starts up. They got the hell out of Dodge, never to return. I don't know if they told their husbands or whatever, but they said they were totally traumatized from it. And I know that was kind of a long story, you guys. I mean, and it's longer. I cut out a lot of the descriptions, but yeah, I don't know, man. I first thought Wendigo, right? But I don't know much about the Wendigo. I think that's a flesh-eating beast that or something. So I think it's different. I thought when she said antlers, I said, well, that can't be Wendigo.
That's not a traditional Wendigo.
Yeah, those. I think that's just depictions, right?
It's depiction. It's how it's been portrayed in movies, and I think people, because it's portrayed in movies that way, associate that with Wendigo. But very traditional lore for Wendigo, it doesn't have a rack of antlers.
I don't think so either.
No.
So yeah, that's that story. I thought it was pretty, not crazy, cool. I mean, I don't know. And Monica, you said you were brewing about what you thought it was. So
initially, I was thinking, and I stick with it. Like the more you talk about them, the wood nymphs, like fae, they're a type of fae.
Okay.
Right, and they appear as not necessarily children, probably a little older than maybe like a 12-year-old. I mean, they're still pretty small. They're not like full-grown humans. Because when they were dancing around the fire and calling out right, I was thinking nymphs. And it wouldn't surprise me they were out there. Now, who they were calling to, I mean, I would guess like a guardian spirit like Diana or Artemis, depending on who, like Greek or Roman. But she doesn't typically appear with antlers. Now, she can be scary because my mom thought she ran into, or my mom called her Diana. I mean, but just the guardian of the woods is really what it was. And my mom ran into something like that, something like what they're describing, actually.
Oh, wow.
Up in the Trinity Alps back in the 80s. And because she and my stepfather like didn't have a ton of money, they would like camp a lot, like kind of roam around in the wilderness and camp. And it was while she was boondocking somewhere in the Trinity Alps, she said the dog flipped out, wouldn't get out of because they had a like VW bus kind of situation. Dog wouldn't get out of the VW, and everything went quiet. And my mom, who did spend time on the res, and she was like circles, and she was building a fire, and she was dragging her husband into the circle, right? And she was doing all this stuff. She went into detail, but God, it's been so many years since she told me the story. I can't remember what all she did. But at one point, because where they were camped was like at the base of, the mountains go up. You can't see the top of the mountain, obviously, because you're at the base of it. But there was a cliff up there. And she said the firelight was casting kind of up on the rocks up high. And you could see this figure just like looming over the entire camp up on the cliffs. And she goes, it was bigger than a normal person. I mean, it was big. She said it had the antlers, and it was a very menacing presence. Like the dog was freaking out. Like I said, wouldn't get out of the camper. I think she ended up dragging the dog inside the circle, and they had like hold him down.
Holy cow.
And that happened. Like she made him stay in there for the entire night, and then they packed up and hauled butt the next morning.
Jeez.
It's we hear all these stories, and it's insane about the amount of stuff that, I mean, just off the wall weird things that people run into. I mean,
yeah.
And it makes you, it has to make you wonder, is it all the same thing? Is it, are we running into different entities? I mean, we've had experiences ourselves, I mean, are these things just taking different, shapes to appear different to somebody, or you think they're just totally different entities?
I think they're totally different, because I think if it was the same thing, just shape shifting to get closer to you, its behavior would be this consistent. Like it wouldn't change methodologies. Its behavior overall would be consistent. And you see such inconsistent behaviors between these different reports. That's why I think that they're different entities.
That's kind of cool in a way that what you explained about something that it was similar, right, with that incident you just talked about. And then you mentioned the res. Then I don't know, like I say, this was in the Uinta Basin, or and that's correct me if I'm wrong, there's a lot of First Nations history.
Oh yeah, that's deep into First Nations territory.
Yeah. I'm wondering if this was,
I don't know if it's still considered, like that area is still considered within the borders, but traditionally that's heavy First Nations, Ute, and probably Navajo.
Yeah.
When I was sitting here going through my head everything that we've ran across just in our group, Monica, you had the, lack of a better term, the red cap sighting. That, I saw the pale crawler thing, whatever. I don't know what it was, we've heard that, you know, the bottle clinking or the metal cling, whatever, around camp. We've heard laughing. Arguably, we've got disembodied growls that me and Monica went over the other night. It's just Pops and Junior were up in the cemetery one night with us, and they saw they had cat-like entities jumping out of the trees and then standing up on two legs. You know, several of them, and when they hit them with a light, they disappeared, turning back off, and they'd be right back where they were. You know, it's just, this stuff is all over the place. You know, and not only physically all over the place, but just, you can't. I'm trying to think if we've ever seen the same thing twice. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, that's a great question. I personally seen a lot of things and they've all been different.
Right.
Same with Tex, same with Monica, same with even the girls, blondes. We've all seen things, but I've never seen another Bigfoot in my life that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I've never seen what I saw.
Tex, you've seen what, the two dog men? The one,
possibly three, possibly three.
Wow.
Because I saw, now I don't know what it was. Okay. I saw something run across where Monica camped last time. But of course, you know, the one I saw when I was a teenager, and then the one that I wish I had a better camera and a better light that I caught on, that I saw at the ranch. You know, it's odd though. I've never ran into a dogman like creature up in Brown Springs. It's always been Bigfoot or paranormal crap. You know, I've seen 1, 2, 3, 4. Right at half a dozen Bigfoot in Brown Springs. 2 of them during the day. You know, so, or what I think was Bigfoot. Let me put it that way, because the daylight sightings I'm pretty sure of, right? But the nighttime sightings, they look like what you would think a Bigfoot would look like. You know, I don't know what else to call it. You know, I mean, me and Brandy, you know, saw hers at the same time. You know, so.
Hello?
Still, what? Dogman still in Highland?
Yeah, I can't hear Monica. Did I do something?
No, she just hadn't said anything.
Oh, I thought she did. I thought I saw her mouth. Thanks to Keith for your awesome super chat. Dogman's still in Highland last week. That's about an hour north of me.
I have to run and take care of something just for a second, so I'm going to put myself backstage.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, Keith. Yeah, I used to. I had a house built. Then I got divorced, so I never lived there in Highland, Michigan. And Keith does investigations out in that area. And
Right.
Yeah, so, and he says, "I dare you to come out here." No, I'd love to come out. In fact, Keith, I'd like to hook up with you and go check some stuff out, because Keith has a lot of areas that are pretty creepy. Because
I keep telling both of you, y'all need to link up.
Oh, I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will.
That'd be cool to get some investigations going up in y'all's neighborhood.
It really would. Yeah, Keith, thanks for that super chat. Super chat is open. Thanks, Keith. And yes, I'll call you. We'll get together. In fact, we should just plan on just doing something in the spring, summer. You know, that'd be cool, buddy. Thanks.
Keith, I would love to get up there. Love to.
Yeah,
I want to go to that damn Dogman Island you talked about.
Yeah, well, you can't. Well, you can get there. You got to rent a charter boat, and we can't really get on it. But yeah, that would be. Yeah,
you can't get on it.
Well, you have to. What you have to do is you have to charter a boat, and then you have to. You're about 100 yards out. Then you got to get a little raft, and you got to raft on in because the boats end up getting wrecked down there because it's very shallow. and you don't want to walk because the current could whisk you away. Because Detroit River, you do not want to go in. People die all the time. It's a terrible current. I don't know what the mighty Mississippi is, but Detroit River is pretty potent. Every year, people drive into the river and they never surface. But then you can get on it. But now, if you can get a little skiff or a little rubber raft, you can get on it, and walk around on it. I'm not sure exactly which island it is. I have an idea, but that would cost us some money.
There you go, Daniel. I don't know what a donji is, but let's do it.
Yeah, hey, that's always something about. I'm game for that. But also, outside of that, Tex, my state is, fabulous for researching, the woods. A lot of cool stuff.
Lopez is not one of the Fox Islands, is it?
No.
Yeah, I'll pass on that.
No.
Why? What's up with the Fox Islands?
I'll let Monica handle that because I got to handle my business I was telling you guys earlier.
Okay.
So Fox Islands is where there was a pedo ring operating, and they were tying it back to a lot of child murders. I want to say in the 80s. So yeah, I'm good. I don't want to go to Fox Island. Any of the Fox, I think there's North Fox Island is where it took place. So yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'd want to go that island. No.
Yeah, I don't need to see like Epstein 2.0.
Right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Not unless it's open season over there, then maybe.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, if it's for playing a most dangerous game, then the children have been evacuated, I'll do it.
Right. So what's your opinion on some of the stuff we're running into? I mean, are we talking elementals? Are we talking sprites? Are we talking? I think
it depends on the encounter itself. I mean, I think I'm personally of the belief we're running into all different kinds of things. Give me an example and I'll tell you what I think it is.
Well, let's go with what? Okay, let's talk about noises in the woods. Okay, so the bottle clinking and stuff that we hear around camp. I mean, we should be able to see whatever the hell's making that noise, and it goes around the campsite.
It does, and that's creepy. Especially, I mean, I'm not sure what I think about that. I think that is potentially paranormal.
Right.
Just because it's not like tapping on glass, like we're in a house and it's a dog man tapping on the window, right?
No.
Tapping on the window. It's nothing like that. I mean, you and I are looking down towards the creek in an area that's clear of brush because we're in the middle of winter.
Right.
We can see down to the bank of the creek and there is nothing there. And the trees are but this big around. I mean, nothing's hiding behind that.
Right.
So I want to chalk it up to paranormal.
I guess it could be a rabbit running around with a bell around his neck. I don't know.
Truly, yeah. Like, I don't think they put the bells on Bessie. I mean, like the cows, none of the cows have bells on them.
And but that would sound different too.
It would be a deeper like resonance.
Yeah. Bang, clang, 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 clang.
Boom, boom. Instead of a high pitched tink, tink.
Yeah.
What we heard was tink, tink, tink. And
to me, it sounds like those twin chimes people make out of bottles.
Yeah,
bottle caps.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Or like bamboo. No, it sounded to me like two bottles getting like this.
Yeah,
getting clinked together.
Yeah,
yeah.
And this is where it was at the ranch.
Yeah, it's at the ranch.
Sounded like that. Can you hear that?
Yeah, for sure.
Tex, did you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like that to me.
Yeah.
But louder.
Yeah.
Because it's it's coming. It wasn't like super loud. Not everybody around the campfire heard it, but Tex and I were closer to it.
Yeah. What's another place I have to go back to Texas? I want to check this place out.
Oh yeah, you definitely need to go.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to put.
Shit.
Yeah,
My decorations just flew across my porch.
Oh
Oh,
no,
shit.
we got high winds.
You didn't hear that? It was like bang, 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 bang.
It's a little breezy outside. Yeah,
It
I'm
is.
hoping my
Tad bit
snowman.
windy.
I'm hoping my snowman weathers it.
Ooh, it keeps going. Okay.
Wow.
Oh,
You have,
man.
they're not blowing away down the road, are they? You have to go
No,
get-
no, I'm set pretty far off the road, and I have a really wide porch. But I also have these steps that go down in front of my dining room window here, and they blew off the porch down the steps next to the house.
Mickey says she's got something trying to get her attention as of late. Keep hearing whistling. Whistling indoors, outdoors. Where are you hearing this stuff?
Mm.
I wouldn't acknowledge the whistling. It is trying to get your attention,
It's outside.
and you don't want it.
And when you don't pay
Doesn't matter if it's
attention,
outside or inside. Don't just ignore it.
yeah, that's a good question. If you have something you think is suspicious, like in the paranormal or element or whatever it is, and it's it's trying to get your attention, isn't it best to ignore it if you want it to go away? And it typically will get bored, or is it going to continue to nag you until you break down?
It depends. Like I don't know. I guess it depends on type of haunting, right?
It could get bored and leave. It could escalate.
It could ramp it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would try ignoring it at first and see.
Mm-hmm.
But that, I mean, if it goes from whistling to like, hey, from the
Get
corner
out.
of the room.
Get out.
You're good, Finch. You're good. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, well, that would just be again, all these
you start hearing
experiences.
bye-bye over the show.
You remember that? Yeah, we remember that. Oh, speaking of places to visit, you're talking about the Dogman Ranch, Texas. You're saying you want to go to that Dogman Island. That might be too expensive, but I will tell you guys this, and I'm sure the Blondes will be down with this because Mackinac Island, when you talk about Michigan,
Oh, I'd
you
like
got-
to go to Mackinac. Yeah.
yeah, that is haunted big time.
But it's also really cool.
And it's really cool at the same time. Now, going there in the summertime is very cool. A lot of tourists, but the paranormal activity, it really ramps up when the tourist season is over.
Sure.
And they do let you go there and explore when this town is shut down. In fact, I was watching, I know Monica might be a fan of the show. What's that guy's name? Josh Gates? I know Tex didn't know who he was.
Yeah, Josh Gates.
He did well, I don't know. Somebody in our group didn't know who it was. I'm surprised I knew who it was, considering my lack of. Yeah, right. Of course. He did a part 1 and part 2 series on the hauntings of Mackinac Island.
Oh, I'll have to find that.
Yeah, and I watched it, and you guys, now that would be a cool thing, down whenever we have all these plans, we have all these grandiose ideas, right? But that would be a place that I think it'd be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And also we could, do some ghost investigations. And then, of course, the girls want to come down to Eloise, which is all the asylum, which has got 1,200 unmarked graves, which I visited in my early 30s, which was creepy. And that was also on Josh Gates' show as well.
I know Randy's doing an investigation next weekend.
Oh,
Really?
where's he going?
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Where is he going?
Look for here.
And yes, Keith from Michigan, you can even join us if we ever all get together here in our great state of Michigan. Always welcome, my friend. And I definitely want to get out and see you in the spring, summer.
He's going to a library.
Oh.
Okay.
Libraries, surprisingly, I think are probably haunted. So much history in libraries. You got all these books. I wonder if a lot of these books in libraries are, in fact, haunted. You ever hear anything?
Well, I mean, yeah, you could have, if somebody donates a book or something like that, it could have an attachment. For sure. Some people, I mean, they work in the library all their life, and that's where they're happy. They're happy around books.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they go. Yes, I don't.
Well, I used to like going to the library all the time. I did, oddly enough. I haven't been to the library though, God, since college days probably. Good place to study.
So you know where I want to go here, Texas? I want to go to the Baker Hotel, which is set to be open in 2 years because they're renovating the whole monstrosity.
Mm-hmm.
That place is haunted. So I am very curious how it's going to be when they open it up to guests after 100 and something years.
Oh my!
Yeah.
So it's been shut down that long, eh?
I don't know if it's been shut down that
Wow,
long.
yeah, a long time.
It's
It was open. Let me look.
In 2020. I'm looking at the page for it. 3-year renovation, opening 2028. And it's grand. It is grand, but I know there's asbestos in there, and they've got a lot of work. They got a lot of work.
Yeah.
Have you seen pictures of it?
Yeah.
Not.
Oh.
Let me see if I can get it up on the screen for everybody, because that would be a place to get all of us in Texas out to.
It was actually open to guests in 2019.
How?
I don't know, but it opened November 9th, 1929.
Okay.
While Monica's looking up the picture, the same thing with this Eloise Asylum, which was they did a lot of bad things to people. That men back in the day would send when they wanted to like leave their wives, literally, they would send them there saying they're insane, and they were brought in. That was you were allowed to do that in the 1900s, I guess, and they were experimented on, and a lot of terrible torture went on. And there's caves and caverns beneath this where they did these experiments. And it was shut down. I visited it when it was shut down. I actually went over a tall fence with some people, and we wanted to get into the tavern and the cave system below, or the tunnels below, I should say.
Right.
And very creepy, very eerie. Now, that had been closed for 25, 30 years. And much like what you're talking about with this one hotel, they kind of refurnished or remodeled the front and the mezzanine area where you walk in, but they left the rest of the hotel or the insane asylum intact how it was, but they made it where you could go in, and so that'd be creepy. And they said it's extremely scary. And the thing that is scary too is about all those graveyards in the back. People that they don't know who they are, but they've been buried there. They put the dead there of failed experiments.
Wow.
And it was over 1,200 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's got some energy cooking in that place.
Oh, man.
Right. Yeah. So here, that's the Baker.
Oh, wow. That kind of looks
in 1963.
Creepy. I don't like that little thing on top. What the hell
the
is
Widow's
that?
Walk.
Well, I will tell you this. Right behind the Baker is the Hill House.
Yeah.
And that's where that's where the Blondes went. That's where me and Randy and Bob. That's where Bob got scratched. Is the Hill House, which is, I mean.
Oh, okay. The legendary, the one where you took on the demon in the closet.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep.
Are you sure you weren't looking at the Crazy Water Hotel?
No, this was the Baker.
Yeah, that's pretty too.
Because you can stand on the front porch and you're looking at the Baker. It's kind of off to your right, but in front of you.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, the Crazy Water Hotel has a view of the Baker, but.
Have you guys ever passed the Baker Hotel? Ever?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
yeah, I had a friend that investigated there, and something flew like a brick at her. She
Wow.
claims, yeah, she was doing an investigation and like this brick like hit the wall next to her head.
Well, there's a haunted park in Mineral Wells too.
I believe it.
Why
It's
does
the spring.
Mineral Wells ring a bell with me? I've never been there.
No,
Why
you've
does it
never
ring a
been there,
bell?
but we've talked about it a lot.
Okay, probably
Yeah.
is what it is.
Like if you watch Ghost Adventures, they did a thing in the Baker Hotel.
Okay.
And actually the host like adopted his dog from there because she was a stray that followed him on the street. And I'm trying to think what else. There's the crazy water that comes out of Mineral Wells. That's like a spring water that's pretty popular.
Mm-hmm. That's what the Baker was known for.
Is springs.
Yeah. People from all over the world would go over there and bathe in the springs, the mineral springs, mineral wells. That's what the town is named after.
Yeah.
Those aquifers, there's 3 wells on the property of the Hill House from those springs that, you know, they pass under there. The actual springs do. So, and they pull water from it. So yeah, it's all kinds of freaking. But yeah, it's a pretty crazy town. It's a. If we go, we got to go to Woody's, get a burger.
Woody's, what's that now?
It's an old burger beer joint.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure.
They were voted the best hamburger in Texas for a lot of years.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're talking about these hauntings, and when you were talking earlier, Tex, you know, about Brown Springs,
Mm-hmm.
and how you Bigfoot, not Dogman, but there is, and it's more paranormal. Do you think that's because you got the cemetery and all that running water underneath the ground over there?
I think
Is
so.
it
I think
conducive
there's a
for
lot of it.
spirit activity?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's energy.
I think that's a big part of it because that cold water spring runs directly underneath the cemetery and bubbles up at the base of it, at the bottom of the hill. Yeah. So, and
it's funny you haven't. It's not funny at all. It's just to me because I always hear. I think we've all heard these about, like you say, you never seen a dog man, but a lot of people have talked to us about having dog man experiences at cemeteries. So I find it odd that you haven't come across one, and maybe that's just it. You haven't come across one.
But I may have not even known it. I mean, I don't know. You
Yeah.
know, I got arguably zapped up in there. I've been very audibly growled at. That 4 of us heard that, and I had took 2 steps down a game trail off the back of the cemetery. I said, "Hey, let's go down here," and out of the game trail, guy in the back said, "Time to go." But now there is a picture of a supposed dog man out of there that looks like he's laying on a grave up in the cemetery up there. Let me try to find that. Show it to you. But yeah, it's of course that place has got so many creepy freaking, I mean, legends, and of course it was a body dump, and there's been numerous people killed out there.
Yeah. Brutally. I'll be right back. I've got to get this stuff off my porch. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
No, Patty, I did not know that today was International Mountain Day. Kind of fitting that I told a story about the mountains and the forests. It seems like there's an international day every day for something.
I know, right?
National Hot Dog Day, National Be Nice to Your Neighbor Day. I mean, you name it, there's a day for it.
Yep.
You know,
That is very true. I don't know if I'll be able to find this picture or not.
yeah. Well, so it's an alleged picture of an alleged dog man at the Brown Springs.
Yeah.
Potentially. Yeah.
It's not my picture, but
But they're probably there. I mean, it's like you don't just because you haven't seen something doesn't mean they're not around.
well, I know people who claim to see them, out there, but I haven't ran into one.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what charged me and Pops that night. All I
Right.
know is it sounded exactly like what my second dogman encounter sounded like when he came charging through the brush. And that was the first time that I ever felt the need to draw a weapon out there.
Really?
Yeah.
So it was that scary, or that you were in fear for your life, or to get attacked, or
Yeah, I didn't know what was going to come up out of that,
Oh.
ravine, and it's like I had flashbacks of that second encounter, and I'm like, oh crap,
Mm.
Okay, so I've got a picture here of a supposed Bigfoot in the back of the cemetery and a dog man laying on a grave.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the Bigfoot.
Oh wow. Is that it's the back of a fence? Is that it? I see.
Yeah,
that.
he's laying down on the ground behind the fence that goes on the back of the cemetery.
Oh, okay. I can definitely see a shape there. Head and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's at Brown Springs.
That's at Brown Springs. It's the back of the cemetery. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this one.
Ooh, I see two eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's box is around.
Is it a red circle, Tex?
Yeah, that's not mine. Okay, just put that out there right now. It's not mine. Neither one of these pictures are mine.
I mean, whatever this is, that's not even needed. Can you see the two eyes? Is that just me? Do I see that correctly?
The guy that took these pictures is actually dead now, and I cannot remember his name. And I should.
Kind of creepy looking, man. You see a distinct head.
Yeah.
Now I'm not going to say what that is. I have no idea what that even could be.
Yeah.
Those eyes is creepy. It kind of reminds me of a mummy.
Yeah.
In a way, you know.
I mean, there's been some creepy stuff come out of that, that spot. I mean, we've gotten some, pretty good stuff out of there, but let's see here.
That is definitely creepy. What's your take on that, Monica? I see you staring at it barely from what I can see on the bottom screen here.
I don't see anything but shadows on that.
You don't see two eyes? I see whites and two little pupils.
I see a lot of pareidolia potentially all over that image.
You do?
But I don't see anything specific within that red square.
No, I'm not looking at the red square. I'm looking up to the above the. I'm not even looking at that.
There is so much pareidolia in there. There is so much you could say is a face and a mouth, or eyes and a mouth, or.
Well, maybe. Well, no, I'm with you, but it could be. Yeah, absolutely. I just didn't notice the actual. To me, eyes. I mean, and again, pareidolia. You're right on with that, Monica. Who knows?
And one thing you got to remember is, this is the same place where, we got the handprints off the trucks and everything. There's something roaming around up there for sure. Yeah.
I see Yoda too.
Yeah,
I also see the Brunch in black and white.
That's the thing about pictures. It's you never know.
First of all, if you have to draw a circle or a square,
that's the first indication.
I'm with you.
Get out of here.
That's the first indication.
I appreciate you sharing it, but you're showing me nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it is, creepy pareidolia. It is what it is.
And here's the picture of Bob's back from when we did the investigation at the Hill House.
Mm.
Where you got scratched, right?
Yeah.
And was that when you guys were playing poker, or was that when you?
Yeah, that's when we asked Willie, that's the ghost that plays poker, to see the dead man's hand, and I had moved Willie's spot, okay, and sat down where he was.
Yeah.
And Bob was standing behind Willie's chair, and we asked Willie to show us the dead man's hand. The next hand, I was dealt the dead man's hand. Willie beat me with 666. And then when we got up to leave, Bob started complaining about his back burning, and we pulled his shirt up, and that's what it was. And the next morning, we found out that because they got cameras running the whole time, right, and audio and everything, and they caught an EVP at the same time when that happened. When he got scratched, it said cheater. So. Now, this is one of the creepiest things I've seen come out of the cemetery. That's from a video. And I don't know what in the hell that thing is. But in the video, you can see it materialize out of the tree and turn around and walk off.
What is that outline? I see a figure, I mean, I'm just random looking at this.
Looks like a cloaked figure.
Yeah.
What figure?
Cloaked. Like there's a hood.
Yeah, right.
I always thought it looked like a Jawa.
It does. It looks like the back side of a Jawa.
Yeah. Right.
And you're referencing what movie?
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Oh, I saw Star Wars.
Yeah.
Okay.
The little critters in the hoax in the hoods that steal all the droids and stuff.
Yeah. Yes. Now, yes. I remember that distinctly. Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of what they were called. Tex, did you ever hear, because I know Monica's heard this, you say the 666 in cards. Did you hear my vivid dream where I was supposedly playing poker? Mm-hmm. Isn't that creepy? I mean, okay, you heard it. I'm not going to tell the story then, but that's just, I don't know, man.
That one's a hard one to explain.
Right.
And because that's when you start having a whole conversation about the doppelganger and all this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And I mean, look at the last time we went out to the ranch. If that image, and I don't know how that if you look at that image that we caught live, and if you really look at it, it does kind of look like me standing there. But that's impossible because I've got the camera facing away from me. And it's close enough where I should have seen something standing there. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with all that.
I don't know either. And like when we started the show, somewhere through the show, we've all seen all these weird things, weird experiences, certainly with that dream I had. And I was fingered actually playing cards in Vegas that was told to my brother.
You were what, playing cards in Vegas?
Did it hurt?
I was fingered.
Yeah, it seemed like it would hurt.
They fingered me.
They pointed you out?
I'm using, Dick Tracy talk.
Okay.
I got fingered. I know this sounds, now, it sounds kind of creepy now you mention about it.
I was framed, see? Yeah, I was framed.
Everything just fell off.
I didn't do it, see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really interesting on that. Somebody told me that I was there, that I astral projected. Whatever. I don't know. But it was scary that my brother and sister-in-law, I should say, did happen to see that video I did. When they were in Vegas, and something told them to go to that casino because it was right by where they were staying, and they were just walking around, and some guy said, "I seen your brother here." That today, I've had creepy accounts happen, but for somebody to tell them that, and I'm in my bed. I'm doing a show at 3:00 in the morning. They're up at midnight and just happened to see that I went live on an unscheduled show.
Hello.
And they said, "Are you here in Vegas?" I go, "No, I'm at home." God, it just gets creepier and creepier the longer we're on this planet. I don't know.
Stranger and stranger.
Stranger Things, which I've been watching, catching up on my Stranger Things. I like that program. I don't know if you guys do.
I watched the latest season, most of it, with my son.
Yeah.
My son's a huge Stranger Things fan.
I love it.
I've never been able to. I've never been able to get into that. Now I've been watching American Gods, so
American Gods is great. I just binged the first season of Talamasca.
Which one is that? What platform is that on?
AMC.
Oh, on regular TV.
The same as Dark Winds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you get AMC on your cable.
I get it on the cable. I actually get it on Netflix.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so well, check out Dark Winds.
That's with the First Nations guy, sheriff.
It's on the Navajo Nation back in the 70s.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and the Talamasca, which I liked, is from Anne Rice's world.
I like her world.
Yeah, and so you should know who the Talamasca are. They're the kind of like librarians. They're the ones that study and watch and write down the history of everything. And this just focuses on the Talamasca, and vampires are in the periphery.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I watched that one you suggested to me as well, Monica, but there's only 2 seasons. The Witches of something.
Oh, the Mayfair Witches.
Yeah, they only have 2 seasons.
Too. Yeah,
that's on AMC, right?
Yeah.
There's
I think they're getting ready to come out with the 3rd season.
Is that the one in the library as well? It starts out. She finds that book. Is that the one?
There's libraries in all of them. At one point she's in a library.
But we're probably but she's with that family, and she's it's the same
her family.
Yes, correct. Okay, I gotta rewatch that because I did like that, and that was pretty cool.
It's good to watch and then go to the Garden District in New Orleans.
Yeah, I know the Garden District. Yes, indeed. Hey, you got your book of spells too. You can see if there's anything. I haven't read the whole thing. I thumbed through it. See if there's something in there in New Orleans in the Garden District. Who knows?
I'm sure there is.
Well, you guys, this is a lot of fun. I got to get out of here a little bit earlier today because I got a lot of things to do pre-Christmas. Tex, it was great to see you, my friend, as always.
Too, buddy. You too.
Monica, of course. Now, Monica will be off Thursday. We will be off the next Thursday because of Christmas. So actually, in case I don't know what I'm doing next Thursday on this show, that's up in the air. But yeah, thanks to everybody for coming on in for this little show. Thanks to Tex. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. Pardon me?
What are you doing tonight?
On my show?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a show.
He doesn't have a Thursday night show.
I'm on Tuesday night, Thursday afternoon, Saturday night. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nobody tonight. Next Tuesday night, though, I got Dave Scott. He's talking about Planet. He's talking about his. He's been investigating. What does he call it? Area 21. He calls it. It's not Area 21. It's about a plane crash in British Columbia, where he's seen alleged Bigfoot and some spirits around there. So he has a video series on Space Cell Radio, which he's been doing now for the better part of a year. And so he's going to tell us that whole story on Tuesday night, which would be fun.
Nice.
I usually have Dave on once every December, so he's going to be joining us for that. And today's Thursday, so I got the late night with nobody. I got Bigfoot Fades sitting in for Monica and the other 2 girls who are doing the benefit for Two Live Crew.
Trench guy.
Captain Trench Crew. Yeah.
Adam. 2 Live Crew.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're doing that benefit because, as y'all know by now, he lost everything in a fire, burnt to the ground. It's very sad. Everything's on Facebook. We've talked about it many times. Links to help him out and GoFundMe is posted on Facebook. And actually, in my last the other day's show. I got links in that too if you want to check it out. So it's been a lot of fun, you guys.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Always.
Thanks to Keith for your awesome super chat, my friend. That was fantastic of you. I'm just wasting time now, as we all know, because
As he's trying
I gotta have text.
button that's always in the same place.
You gotta make me up if you would in your spare time. I need a new extra because this
Okay.
one is so ancient. I'm gonna do it. I'll just put it up here just to close it out. Thanks, you guys, and I'll see you guys when I see you. If I can, I got too much shit in here, Monica.
I'm going to bed.
Good night.
Good night.